What's going on, everybody? Mark Conway with the Midwest Horror Network. Thank you so much for clicking on this link for the Nightmares podcast. If you do want to hear just the audio version of this podcast, click the Spotify link below.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nightmares podcast, where we talk about all things horror, movies, comics, games, everything that's horror, we talk about it. What are we talking about today, Brandon?
All right. Get this, guys. Aliens.
Except not aliens.
So we're talking about non-alien / predator alien movies.
Yes, we are talking about alien movies in the horror genre or horror-adjacent genres. But off-limits are the movies from the Alien franchise and its constituents, such as Predator.
Nice.
So does that also mean Terminators also not allowed?
Yes.
It's not an alien movie, but technically they're involved.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid.
I still remember when I showed you that comic and you were so excited going into it and just as disappointed as I was coming out of it.
It was really stupid.
Some things are better left as an idea rather than an actual practicality.
Oh, no, I could write a story that would make it work, but you just don't overcomplicate the Terminator aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out.
All right, so who wants to go first?
Zach, this is probably really hard for you, so I want you to go first. Because he loves Predator and Alien.
I want to talk about my favorite alien movie called Aliens Resurrection.
Dude, we don't have fucking 4 hours.
Just because
to do this again.
It wasn't in continuity doesn't mean it's not.
I actually don't mind Alien Resurrection.
Dude.
Aliens, so the first 4 Alien movies, I enjoy them. I wish we would have got the Earth War storyline instead of Alien 3, but I still enjoy Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. In fact, we actually got a really good game for Alien Resurrection, but anyways.
For anybody who wants to hear us talk about...
Hey, Mark, what are we not here to talk about today?
Alien! And you know what? I don't have 4 hours to dedicate that. For anybody who wants to hear our thoughts, or mostly Zach and Brandon's thoughts on Alien, you can go ahead and check out our Alien podcast that we did for Alien Day. We'll go ahead. I will actually send you the link so you can put it in the description below. Actually, the link in the description below. I don't know why I assume that's always Brandon's thing, but I will send it to you.
He doesn't touch the uploads.
Yeah, if it's not crypt keeping, I'm not touching the upload.
Fair enough. So I will send you the link. So no more talking about Alien.
Yeah, I was thinking on this, and I mean, there's a lot of basic ones out there, like there's The Thing and shit like that, but I'm like, I like it,
We've
but I
talked
like
about The Thing plenty.
There's a really good movie out there that I've talked about, I think, once on this podcast. I think it was for our 25 Horror Movie October special of 2019. Mm-hmm. It's this movie called Zeiram. It's a Japanese movie that was made, I want to say, either in the late 80s or early 90s. And it's essentially this bounty hunter is going, she, hunts, intergalactic monsters and stuff. And one of these monsters lands on Earth. And it's just kind of in this weird pocket dimension thing or whatever, and she has to fight it. But it's this really cool fucking alien monster badass that's able to rip and tear through an army of intergalactic soldiers like it's fucking nothing. And yeah, it looks cool. It's got this weird flat-shaped head, kind of a little razor eye socket, and it has this protruding, porcelain Japanese-style face thing that it uses to, like, fuck with people as well. It's got this nice, cool shotgun. It wears a trench coat. It's a really fucking awesome movie and a real badass creature. I believe there's an anime of this movie as well at some point. I don't know how deep it goes into this character specifically, but it is a really, entertaining movie. One of these days I do want to check out the show, but if there is an alien that I do enjoy out there, I think that's one of the more unique ones and cool ones out there. If you haven't seen it, the movie is Zeiram. Again, check it out. I believe there's actually a copy of it on YouTube in English dub. The English dub is horrible, but still, it's still a fun movie.
It sounds like a horrible English dub would be part of the fun.
That is a good point.
Sure, but, I don't know. Very obscure movie, but a very fucking awesome movie. My second favorite alien, The Flood from Halo.
Oh, dude, that's a good fucking one.
Yeah, the Flood are fucking vicious. They are just an ancient race of beings, and they essentially completely wiped out the galaxy of all life. And if it wasn't for this race called the Forerunners, just completely wiping everything clean and restarting everything over, the fucking just whole human race, everything, all life in the galaxy would have been fucked. Like, these guys just take over everything, use your knowledge and memories, and just make themselves smarter, and just essentially become these ultimate badasses of the universe. And the way they take over you is like, you're still technically alive as they take over you, and it's like the most painful process in the world. It's fucking horrifying and awesome, and I wish they would make just a single horror-themed Halo game where, I don't know, maybe you're a Marine or something like that, or hell, even an Elite, trying to survive an onslaught of fucking flood-infested creatures or something like that. That would be fucking awesome. I wish we could get something like that. In fact, I believe one studio wanted to do that, but nothing ever happened with it because fun games these days are just not allowed.
Dude, can talk about a fucking mood, man. You know, Brandon, I apologize. I know you're not the biggest video game person, so you might not understand this, but when I played that first game, I think I was like 10 or 11 when I played the first game. And
I was like 6 or so.
And I remember like just what a like
tone shift it was.
Tone shift and
music, everything.
And perfect. Like, it's that Halo is the ultimate space adventure. It has every genre of space adventure. Yeah. It's action, it's drama, it's horror.
Absolutely.
And that particular level, you know, all the designs that are around it, the sound effects are fucking. You know, that's something, Brandon, from a sound engineering perspective that you absolutely love. Just how it gets you in that tone. And even because half of the level is you don't see anything. Like, half the level
you don't know what the fuck's going on.
You have zero idea about what the fuck's going on.
There's no elites around for that entire level. Like, you're just like, what the fuck is going on? All the grunts and jackals are scared shitless. You can't get in contact with anybody. Like, the music goes from mystery, like action mystery, to like sinister, and you're like, what? And also everything's darkened.
And actually, you know what? If I remember correctly, for a large portion of that, there wasn't any music at all. It was tones. It was just tones. It was like synthesizers and everything else. It wasn't actual.
So in the beginning there was music, and then like once you get like a little bit into the swamp level, yeah, then everything just kind of it essentially just becomes ambience.
Yeah, and yeah, you walk through the whole level and you end up running into that one soldier who's lost his fucking mind.
Yeah.
And you know, you just are trying to piece together. You don't really piece it together until you actually find a dead Marine that has a video recorder on him, and you watch the recording playback. And I just remember being 10 and fucking like listening to this playback. I'm like, what in the actual fuck is going on? This is insane. Like, this is beyond insane. Like, because there's a huge dynamic shift, but it was so good for the story at the time because it was getting a little, the threats and the tension wasn't there. Like, it really just became it was just them trying to figure out, like, you know, what this weapon is and how to use it against the Covenant, when in fact what the real story was about was not using the weapon at all because of what you would find down in the basement of this fucking thing. It's like
the weapon was used to kill everything else so the flood couldn't spread.
It kind of reminded me of like, not as dramatic of a shift from Dusk Till Dawn. Like, you know, you think you're watching one story when you're watching a completely different story. And then pretty much the entire level after that was just trying to escape from the flood and get the fuck off the ring.
Yeah. Find
the captain if he's alive, and then blow up the ring and get off the ring as quickly as possible to make sure that the flood doesn't spread off of there.
Yeah, because it was the first time in history I'd ever encountered space zombies.
Yeah, that's what
I'd seen zombies before, but space zombies,
they basically start out as space. Like, it's kind of a weird thing. It's kind of a mix between zombies and Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Like, it starts out...
It's a hell of a lot more violent.
It's extremely much more violent from Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but...
Well, which version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers? There's like 12 of them. Plus another 50.
Jesus Christ.
It's this
and 60 more.
Concept-wise, they're all pretty much streamlined for the most part. The flood starts out as these giant, like, calamari squid-looking motherfuckers, and then they literally go inside of...
Essentially, they
human
attack,
beings.
like, they connect to your nervous system and just completely take over. But mutating your body violently in the process.
At the same time. So it does everything that Invasion of the Body Snatchers would do, but it actually makes your external change just as much as your internal change. Phenomenal my fucking villain or alien species of that, and it actually permeates the entire series from there. Like, I mean, like, you know, one of my favorite lines from the whole series is in part 2. You know, when what's his face, the one Covenant guy, Arbiter, he's like, I smell death. And then I'm like, the moment he said that, I knew exactly what the fuck he was talking about. I was like, we're gonna have to deal with the flood in about 30 seconds. And it just a great thing. Again, I'm often disappointed, you know, when video games are kind of this weird thing where there's phenomenal stories and phenomenal things kept hidden from most of the general public, because if you don't play video games, you're never going to find out about these stories.
I would say thankfully Halo is such a widely known thing, and you know, there's so many fucking gamers out there these days that most people know about it.
I would hope that most people know about it.
Now, I don't know about all the basics playing Fortnite and shit these days, but you know, most kids from our generation are gonna know what the fuck Halo is. Because here's the thing: even if you were a PlayStation fan like I was, you still more than likely enjoyed Halo.
Yeah, that's the reason why. That's the reason why. What 20 almost 20 years or 19 years later, people are still buying the fucking Xbox, even though it doesn't deserve it at all. But
no, I don't give a shit. The only reason Xbox is around today is because of Halo.
Dude, think about how like good of a game that has to be for almost 20 years later. They're still buying the same system because of one fucking game.
Oh, that number dwindled hardcore after the PS4 came out.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. But like, people still have brand loyalty because of how fucking good that game was.
Anybody who still had brand loyalty after the Xbox One, I'm like, you're lost. Good for you, but you have fun with it, buddy.
I know. Brandon's like, what in the actual fuck are you guys talking about?
I hope you enjoyed your VCR.
That only got discontinued like 3 years ago. The last factory in Mexico stopped making this.
I remember when they finally stopped making the PS2 games. I think the last PS2 game was a soccer game in like 2015 or 13.
Shit.
One of the two. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
But if you guys are PC gamers that are listening, or Xbox gamers, and you haven't played Halo in a long time, the remastered version that they did in 2010 is actually very good. They did an excellent job with it.
Oh, dude, when they released it on PC, almost every PC player in the world picked that. Because we'd been waiting for that shit for years. I'd been holding out. I'm like, not going to buy an Xbox. It's going to come to PC. I know it's going to come to PC. And then finally they released a trailer. Fuck yes!
Dude, and they actually have I don't know if they did it in the PC thing, but in the Xbox thing, you could switch between original graphics. Oh, yeah, you
can still do it.
I love that.
For Halo 1 and 2. It's fucking awesome.
I love that.
I still play on the original. For Halo 1, I play on the original graphics because the anniversary shit just kind of looks dumbed down. I'm like, eh. But Halo 2 looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah, they did a good job with it. I like the remaster for Halo 1. I had no issues.
There's an independent guy who modded the original Halo 1 for PC and made it look way better.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. The SPV3 campaign was fucking amazing.
Oh, fantastic. For everybody listening, if you have not replayed the original Halo,
all 5 of you that haven't played Halo.
Yeah, exactly. I highly recommend it. I couldn't recommend it anymore. That is the game that separated me from becoming the kid who just played N64 because I thought it was cool. And I played a lot of different games in N64, but that was a transition between me being a kid gamer and an adult gamer. Like that was that transition where, stuff on Nintendo was cool, and when I played Resident Evil and Turok, I thought I was getting away with something. But when I got to Halo, I was like, I'm an adult gamer now. And this is really fucking cool.
I still find it funny that that no one ever stopped me from playing games after I played Turok, because I was fucking insane playing that. I just sit there beating the shit out of dinosaurs, watching the pools of blood come out with a smile on my face, and my family would just be like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine. Why?"
There might be something wrong with him.
I would intentionally torture every single person I could as violently as possible, and no one ever batted an eye. They're just like, "Oh, Jesus."
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so what else you got?
Another one, the Necromorphs from Dead Space.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking terrifying.
The Necromorphs from Dead Space are the reason why I question all religion. And I think... Oh, God, I'm going to get flack for this. Yeah, religion is a scary fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, good, a whole bunch of religious fanatics think this weird marker thing is the next upgrade to humanity, even though all it does is violently change you into a mindless beast that fucking murders everything. Yeah, that's the next step in human evolution. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Oh, Jesus, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, yeah, that's my list. Fuck yeah.
That is fucking insane. I'm trying to think of anything else?
No, there's a bunch of good ones out there, but those are, like, when it comes to my favorite aliens other than the Xenomorphs and the Predators, the Necromorphs and the Flood especially are definitely on my, probably the next runners up. And then that one creature from Zeiram, I don't know, I've always had a fascination with that guy. He's pretty fucking cool. But he's just one guy.
Brandon, you want me to go or you want to go?
You can go.
Okay. So I had a few. Obviously, Night of the Creeps is definitely up there for me. It's a great movie. We talked about it dozens of times on here, so I don't want to get into too much.
And I've talked about it even more.
Yes, you have. Brandon introduced me to that movie.
He also has a very unhealthy obsession with Tom Atkins.
Yes, he does.
I have no idea where you guys get that from.
Really, this doll over here says something differently.
He has a huge man crush on Tom Atkins.
That came with the Scream Factory Blu-ray.
That you pre-ordered almost instantly as soon as it went available.
Because Night of the Creeps is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, but you also say Halloween 3 is a good movie.
Halloween 3 is a good movie.
Only because Tom Atkins is in it.
No, he is one of the best things about the movie. He is probably the best thing about the movie, but it is still a good movie.
See, he says these things, but it's like, we know the reason why. It's like when he tries to defend that last Predator movie that doesn't exist that came out. He only likes it because Fred Decker had a hand in making it. He could try to deny it all he wants, but we know it's the truth.
I still had fun with the movie.
He's a liar and he knows it.
I think it is a far from perfect movie. I have a lot of issues with it, but I still had fun watching it.
He lies.
Anyway, I think I do love They Live, the 1980s Blob, which we talked about to death, which had a great influence on all of us. And then the two big ones, though, the ones I remember the most, because they're earlier on, was Cloverfield, which I really, really enjoyed. There's a lot of debate about whether or not that's an alien or that was from the Earth. I haven't seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, so if they mention...
They're not the same monsters, but they are aliens in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
Okay. Spoiler alert, sorry.
Okay.
And then, actually, if you go by Cloverfield Paradox, because you do actually see the Cloverfield monster at the very end. It's more...
I want to say it's still an alien?
But it's rather, I would say it's more of an interdimensional alien rather than a space alien.
It's still an alien.
It's still an alien. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely one of those movies that had a big influence on me early on.
Fun bit of news about Cloverfield: we're finally getting a true sequel. Cloverfield 2, written by some other guy that I can't remember the name of.
That's fun.
Stand by.
The walking IMDb page is on it. He's searching his database as we speak.
No, for sure. I definitely. Something funny, and everyone gave that movie such a fucking hard time when it came out.
Like, I remember I enjoyed the shit out now, because I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, I like that. I've never seen because I didn't see what's it called when it first came out?
Paranormal Activity?
No, not Paranormal.
Blair Witch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paranormal Activity came out later. I believe Cloverfield was first.
That's right.
Yeah. Cloverfield was the first movie I saw that
by like a year.
Yeah. Cloverfield I saw. I'm just like, they gave me more hope that I could do movies because it's just like shaky cam and stuff like that. It's like a handicap. I'm like, that's fucking cool. I love this idea. It's cool. It's unique. It's interesting. It made me feel like, oh, sweet, I could do a movie like that. I didn't realize all the special effects. That thought didn't cross my mind at the time. I'm like, but these guys still have $1 billion budget, and there's no way in fuck you could do the Statue of Liberty head thing that they do, the little mini monster things that they do. You didn't know how to do an exploding chest thing that was behind a fucking panel, by the way.
They had to get that PG-13 rating.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
I know. But I remember there was also an element of quality with that movie. Like, the set design was amazing. Like, the environments were amazing. You know what it felt like to me? It felt like walking through a haunted house. Like, and somebody took a video camera of a haunted house. Like, good one. A real, like going to Hell in Hornets. Like that, like the environments are amazing around you and it gets you in that mode. And like the found footage element of it was almost secondary. Like it enhanced the experience for sure. It made you feel like you were there. But like there was so much, and I think that's something that a lot of these found footage movies never took from Cloverfield, is that yes, like found footage can be very effective, but everything else around it has to be awesome.
Exactly.
Like it can't be bullshit going on.
Like I felt like it's like the first time you get to see a Godzilla-like movie, a kaiju movie, from the perspective of the actual person on the fucking ground living in that scenario.
Yeah, the
It's like, that's cool. I wanted to see more about the monster. Don't get me wrong. That's why I was hoping we'd get a sequel or something, which it only took 20 fucking years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be written by a man named Joe Barton. He wrote a movie called The Ritual, which I thought was just okay.
The Ritual. Why does that one sound familiar?
Was
that the Nordic movie?
It's a Netflix movie, this one.
Yeah, I've seen it. That was actually a good movie.
And he's also going to be the showrunner for that HBO Max Batman show. The spinoff from the Matt Reeves Batman.
Oh,
All right, I guess that's a thing.
I guess that is the thing.
Well,
But-
good for him. Have fun working with what's his name for longer than you clearly wanted to.
Well, though, I think that's the thing though too, and that's what made Wreck good, and that's what made I actually really enjoyed as cheaply as it was made. I really enjoyed Hell House, which was the other found footage. It was part of the found footage movie that I watched for our found footage podcast. It was all about a haunted house that was actually haunted, and
I feel like I watched that.
some of the editing.
Did we watch that?
No.
Are you sure?
Some
Yes.
of the editing was like really good. How they would mix in like actual news footage and like news interviews with like what was going on inside, and then they would show like the end of the movie at the beginning, and like you would fit things together. They made it engaging, and that's the part that I think a lot of those found footage movies miss. Like I was saying, is that you have to have something. That you can't just do Shaky Camp 9000 and expect just magic to happen. Like you have to actually.
Have you ever seen The Devil Inside?
No.
That may be the worst found footage movie I've ever seen. It is the one that infamously ends abruptly and a black screen with text comes up saying, for more information, go to this website.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold up.
What?
Now I know I haven't seen it. What?
And it's not like the movie was good to begin with. And in fact, Justin and I started watching Holliston, and there's a season 2 episode that makes fun of that.
Oh my god, that is amazing. That's like
What year did this come out?
Devil Inside.
so they took the EA
was-
approach, huh?
Yeah, no shit. Come here for our paid DLC. We figured out how to do it in movies. You pricks.
2012.
That is fucking retarded.
Shit, I completely missed that one.
Oh my god, I'm glad I missed it.
It is awful.
The,
and then you don't even get an ending.
I am very very happy that
Bullshit ass DLC endings.
What else has he directed? He also directed, the same director as Devil Inside, also did Stay Alive.
Well, that explains a lot.
that was that video game movie
We don't talk about
that
that.
got edited to hell.
Yep. He also did The Boy and Bram's The Boy 2.
Moving along, what other alien movies do you like, Mark? That aren't Alien or Predator?
Yeah, I already talked about that. I know the other two I wanted to chat about, mention, is one of them was Signs. I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people don't, but I did enjoy it.
Signs is a movie that I do want to rewatch because I watched it when it came out, which was many fucking moons ago.
It's it's thriller more than it is horror. I do enjoy it. It's probably one of the better of M. Night Shyamalan's movies. I enjoy what's going on in the family dynamic. It reminded me a little bit of Poltergeist. Like it's a normal family just dealing with a crazy situation. So and there's obviously a little bit more to it. A little bit more drama oriented. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it as a kid. I think I watched it like maybe 5-6 years ago, and I still really did enjoy it.
Gotcha.
I
just want to see if
I haven't seen it since I was a teenager, but all those things you mentioned are things I remember liking about it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people I think a lot of people
wanted more alien action.
Yeah, wanted more alien action,
Yeah.
and that was not really what the movie was about. The movie was about the family. It's very it's very much Stephen King. Like Stephen King, it's that old quote. It's not about the monster in the house. It's about the family that lives in the house. And that's what Signs was like. It's about the family dealing with the bullshit that's going on, and and I think it's a excuse me. It's a really, really good movie. I've always enjoyed it. Again, I think with M. Night Shyamalan gets a lot of fucking hate, and I think a lot of people have a really hard time with him.
He's making a bit of a comeback. If you ask me.
I think he is, and I also never thought he was that terrible. Like I mean, yeah, like some of the movies I thought were
after
okay.
he released, what was it, The Last Airbender, which I told everyone it was going to be trash, but nobody listened.
I had no interest in seeing that, but one of the movies I enjoyed that a lot of people hated was Lady in the Water. I
never saw that one.
A lot of people fucking hated that.
Wait, he did that one?
Yeah, a lot of people fucking hated that one.
Yeah, I remember it was me, Wes, and a few of his other buddies. We got drunk on Halloween once, and we just were like making stupid predictions on what was going to happen. Yo, what if Zeus comes into this? I don't know why we went to Zeus, but it's like, what the fuck? Why would Zeus come here? Who knows? This movie's fucking random as shit.
It is pretty random. It is definitely pretty random. So, and the one I got two more, and then I'm done. The one I will mention that I need to rewatch. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I actually saw it with Brandon. It was Color Out of Space. There are parts of it that I absolutely love, and there are parts of it I don't. But I need to rewatch it per Brandon's recommendation
and Justin's
to watch it again. I have my issues with it. I wonder if the issues will still exist after the fact.
It's.
I just need to watch.
Because I had those
good.
same.
It really is good.
Because I had those same issues as you the first time, but it's upon seeing it the second time, and I know what the movie was. I kind of realized, okay, my issues with the movie the first time around weren't really issues. It was one of those things, one of those situations of I would have directed the performance differently, but just because I would have directed it differently doesn't mean what we got is bad.
And you know what? And that's true. And Zach, essentially, and this is me not even spoiling anything, there were moments that were supposed to be serious, but then ended up being...
Well, how do you know they were supposed to be serious?
Exactly.
In other words, you guys think it should have been something, but it wasn't.
You know what, though? I don't know what it was supposed to be. I just know how I reacted, and I know how the audience that we saw it with reacted. And I did not agree with the audience reaction. But I understood why they reacted that way, and I'm like, this makes me feel good.
It's not a conventional movie. Let's put it that way.
It is not, and also too, I'm giving it's a little bit of criticism here. I actually very much enjoyed it. It is a stunning looking movie. The visual effects are fantastic. The crazy shit that goes on in it is great. There's phenomenal tension. It is a really good movie. Like I said, I have my problems with it, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it is a good movie. The last thing I'm going to mention, though, and I'm shocked that you didn't mention this one, because I know this is one of your favorites and it's one of mine, is Pitch Black. Pitch
Black is a great movie, and I do love it. Technically, Vin Diesel is an alien.
And also, too, they land on a planet where they're dealing with cannibalistic aliens.
I know. That movie was fucking awesome. I do love that movie, but...
And I've always really had a special place in my heart for that movie. I also have a special place in my heart for movies with very, very interesting characters that have had a very rich backstory, and they're going to have a very rich story going forward, but it's all about this one moment in time with this very interesting character.
The thing I love about Pitch Black is Riddick was such a cool character. Not only did he get 3 other movies... No, wait, was it 3 movies?
And
2 sequels, an animated movie, and a video game.
2 video games.
Yeah, it was 2
He got so much expanded lore because he was such a badass character. It's just like, oh god. And I want him to do more. Fuck Fast and the Furious. Those movies suck. Do more Riddick. Come on, Vin Diesel. Screw Groot. He's a bitch. Do Riddick. Come on, man.
And there's, what's something funny though, and I enjoy Chronicles of Riddick. It's a completely different kind of movie. It's not horror at all, but it's way more like science fiction action. But the funny thing is that there's just something really special and gritty about that first movie that's just really good. And it's from a thematic story wise ways, it reminds me of Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis. From the very specific way of saying this is a very specific moment in this character's life, and a very interesting character. You know there's a lot of crazy shit that happened before, but we're not going to tell you, and that's what makes it even more interesting. And you want to find out more about this character, and you learn just enough to keep you very, very enticed. And that's what I loved about it. That's what I loved about it, because it was all about just this small moment in time where essentially a sociopath becomes the lesser of evil against a bunch of cannibalistic aliens that can only survive in the sun. And you happen to get the only sociopath that can see in the fucking dark. it's what luck you had. And it just overall is a really cool concept.
Absolutely.
Just the whole alien aspect of it. And overall, just really, really cool fucking movie. I highly recommend it.
Great movie, fun movie, great series, hell. And then the video games, Escape from Butcher Bay, phenomenal, fantastic video game. Fully recommend it to anybody who can get their hands on a copy of it. Dark Athena was all right.
Was it?
Yeah, it was all right.
I know that there was kind of mixed bag on it. But yeah, those are my picks. Oh, and then Species, because that's just a fun.
Yeah, Species is fun.
It is a ridiculous movie.
It is.
That is a ridiculous movie. It's stupid fun. They
need to mate with humans to reproduce.
It's so stupid. And Forrest Whitaker's there for some reason.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Justin gave me his Blu-ray copy of Species for free, and I still feel like I overpaid for it.
Wait, only the first one?
Only the first one.
God, that movie.
Why does he have the whole collection?
I don't believe so.
That movie is so ridiculous.
I bet Justin watches it every night, just like, oh, she's so beautiful.
Well, not anymore because he gave it to me.
Yeah, because he got a better copy.
God.
So there's a season 1 episode of South Park where Natasha Henstridge does a guest voice.
Nice.
And on the season 1 DVD, before each episode, Matt and Trey do like a little introduction to the episode. And they would talk about, oh yeah, we're a fan of Natasha Henstridge from a movie called Species. Whenever we would rent Species from Blockbuster, we would always freeze frame it on our VCRs at certain points. And then we would close our eyes and pretend that we were Natasha Henstridge with each other.
Oh my God.
That
is pretty fucking amazing. I just remember how, I remember when I watched that movie when I was really young, and I was a little
same.
I was a little freaked out by it, but then I watched it as an adult, and I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
I wasn't freaked out about it. I was more just like, the fuck is this?
I think I was freaked out, but I was like, I have the most confusing boner right now. I am so confused.
I would just be watching it in my little corner in my room. It's just because I didn't have my own room when I was a kid. I had a little corner in this big ass living room that I would just hang out in, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, the Good Bad Flicks episode on is actually pretty good.
I haven't watched that one yet. I know it's up there, but it's one of the longer ones.
It is a longer one, but I do recommend it. It's definitely good to check out.
The Species series is a fun series. I do recommend everybody watch it at least once.
But those are my picks. Brandon.
All right. So I'm going to start off with what I think is the single greatest alien movie ever made.
Okay.
Well, you're wrong, but okay.
Terror Vision.
You want to just end this podcast?
Yeah, I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the Nightmares Podcast Aliens Edition.
Yeah, we've concluded.
If you like what you hear here, please like, share, and subscribe.
All right, here are my serious picks.
Fucking Terror Vision.
So I'm going to start off with a movie from 2020 that is not Color from Outer Space, even though I highly recommend that one as well.
Wait a minute, that's a 2020 movie?
Yeah.
I thought Color Out of Space was
2020. It was at a few film festivals in 2019, but wide release, its actual release is 2020.
Must have been February.
Yeah, it was late January, early February.
Okay.
2020 was a long year.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a 2020 Russian movie called Sputnick. It's on Hulu.
Why do I
if
feel
anybody
like
wants to watch it?
I feel like there's a bunch of movies called Sputnick.
This is a Russian one that's on Hulu. It's really good. It's kind of like a mix between Alien, Ex Machina, and Arrival.
That sounds like it's either really pretentious or interesting.
It was really interesting. It starts off on the spacecraft in the early 80s at the height of the Cold War. And there are two Russian astronauts on it. And then next thing you know, the craft crashed back down to Earth. One of the astronauts died. The other was injured, taken to a military base. And then it cuts to a psychiatrist who is pretty much in danger of having her license revoked for some unconventional methods of hers. And the military basically recruits her to talk to the surviving astronaut. And so basically how it goes is she's like, I really don't know why. She talks to him and she's like, I don't know why you guys brought me here. I would just like to go home. But later that night, they knock on her door and they say, you need to see this. And so what's happening is every night at like 2, 3 a.m., there is this alien that basically became a parasite within him. And every night, he basically, from inside, the alien knocks him unconscious and then basically makes his body regurgitate it out. And the alien kind of just roams around for like an hour or two, then goes back in. The astronaut, the astronaut has no memory of this whatsoever each morning. And so it's revealed that the psychiatrist has been hired by the military to figure out how to separate the alien from the astronaut without killing either of them.
That sounds really good.
Yeah. Hire a psychologist for this?
Yes, to kind of go, because the astronaut isn't remembering anything, so it's kind of just to get into his mind.
Interesting.
And there are some other twists and turns that I'll leave it as a surprise for
and they
anybody
don't
who wants
send
to
the
watch.
troops in to, hog tie the alien, don't let him get back inside! That would be my first instinct. It's just like
I
separate the two.
believe they mentioned they tried that, but his vitals started going down.
Shit.
So they're trying to figure out how to separate them without killing them both.
Did they try surgery?
I believe so. Like I said, it's they can't separate it. Like, are you listening?
I'm just being a dick.
All right.
Well, yeah, you are.
I don't appreciate
I
that.
got to go down the checklist.
Have you tried turning it off and then on again?
This is tech support. How may I help you? Have you tried turning your computer machine on and off again?
Anyway, it's a really good movie. And the alien...
I'm assuming it's in Russian.
It is in Russian.
Oh, damn.
Is it subtitled?
The alien looks amazing.
Awesome.
And in looking at the IMDb trivia afterwards, the director originally wanted it to be a mix of practical and CG, but he just wasn't satisfied with the practical alien. So what you see in the movie is 100% CG. And I was like, Russia is better than us when it comes to CG now.
I don't know if I'd say that. I would just say that certain companies, Disney, oh God, that cough, is, lazy and pathetic.
But no, the alien looks freaking real.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's the way it moves is awesome. It's a really good movie. I'm going to see if I can find a picture to show you guys real quick. Here we go. Those of us listening to us, you don't want to see it?
No, I'd actually like to see it.
I'm cool with seeing it.
I'm like, this movie actually sounds interesting, and I kind of do want to watch it.
I know one of us here kind of has an aversion to subtitled movies. Mark.
What the hell's wrong with me in subtitle movies? I'm cool with them.
I meant Zach.
Yeah, I'm cool with them.
Look, I like to watch my movies, not read them.
Read. Learn how to read, you fucking
I don't
douche.
want to read. I'm lazy.
I know.
Watch this one. It's good.
I will.
Can we get a cheesy English dub version?
I hope not.
I just want to see some dude with a high-pitched Russian accent. I can't even do it.
Yeah, oh my God, that was
What
awful.
was that?
What the fuck was that?
I have no fucking idea.
What's the matter with you?
Look, I don't know what's the matter with me.
Why do you sound like Blanche Dubois now?
Holy shit!
All right, Brandon, go ahead.
Am I allowed to continue?
Yes.
Okay.
The children are done.
I like They Live.
Oh, I love that movie.
They
I
Live is a
mentioned-
really good one.
I mentioned it on my list. I think that's one of my favorite John Carpenter's.
It's about a drifter who discovers some sunglasses that when you wear them, it shows the world as it really is. A lot of advertisements are really just big billboards that have the word buy and consume written on them in big black letters.
I don't know why, me being the ultimate capitalist, that's one of my favorite John Carpenter movies. Because you can't get much more of a fucking anti-capitalistic
Because this movie is your conscience, Mark.
No.
There's that, and it became more of a reality as time went on.
No, I just really, the movie's fucking cool. Not to mention it has one of the best lines in horror movie history.
I don't know if I'd call
Yeah,
it a horror
put on the
movie,
glasses.
What's up?
Put on the glasses.
No, I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
And I'm all out of ass.
Wait, what?
What?
Zach is now upset.
Leave it to Brandon to disgrace an epic line by
Oh,
Roddy Piper.
man. God, I love that movie.
Yeah,
Rip Piper!
it's a really good one. Has a really long fist fight in it between Roddy Piper and Keith David,
It's really long.
Like,
which was recreated beat for beat by South Park for their season 5 episode Cripple Fight.
that
It
is
was
amazing.
really long.
Yeah.
That is amazing. The whole fight is over him trying to put glasses on him.
I know.
Yeah, which it's cool because like Keith David would give Roddy Piper acting advice, and then Piper would give Keith David like stunt advice.
That's cool.
So they
That
kinda,
makes sense.
Yeah. And one of my favorite behind the scenes facts about it is whenever he does put on the glasses and you just see like one of those black and white cityscapes with the billboards and everything, those are all matte paintings.
That's cool.
That doesn't surprise
Then
me.
they look like they're some of the most realistic matte paintings I've ever seen.
That is really
They
cool.
look great. The alien design's a little kind of interesting. They kind of just look like spandex masks put over.
They do look weird. That's what, like,
Yeah.
it is a very great movie, but I always thought the designs of the aliens were just weird.
Yeah,
You
like
know what, though?
they're
I like that they're simple, though. There's nothing particularly extravagant about them. Like, they
Yeah.
are very simple. And I think it does
It
good to the
works.
movie.
It works really well for the movie, and I don't know why. I feel like for most other movies, I'd see that design, I'd be like, that's fucking stupid. But for this movie, it works for it. I don't know. It's weird, but I don't know.
And I agree with you, and I don't have a good reason why it works.
if
It
it
just
works,
does.
it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Some things, they just happen.
Indeed.
Yeah. And it's based on a short story called 8 O'Clock in the Morning. And allegedly, Matt Reeves has been trying to get a more true adaptation of that short story made for a while. So I don't know if that'll ever come to be. But if we don't get that, They Live is still a good enough movie that we're all good.
I don't know how they can up that, but who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I've never read the short story, so I don't know how different they are. Because when John Carpenter made The Thing, even though it's considered a remake of The Thing from Another World,
Yeah.
his version of The Thing is more in line with the actual source material.
What in the seven hells is going on with that new Thing movie that's supposedly based off of lost pages from that short story that I heard about?
That was announced less than a year ago, I think.
No, more than a year ago now, because that was released, I want to say, in 2019.
Either-
That's what
You mean
yeah.
announced? Either way, considering what most productions are going through right now, I would say anything that was only at the announced stage, assume it's delayed.
Yeah, it's usually how it goes.
Yeah, 'cause that was a project I was really curious about, but we'll see what happens with that one. Hopefully it's good, but we shall see.
What else you got, Brandon?
I've got a whole list here, but I don't know which ones I want to bring up.
Choose two and move on.
Bad Taste, because we watched that one recently.
Oh, that movie was
Bad
fucking
Taste.
weird.
Yeah.
Never saw. Was it?
That's the one
Oh,
we
yeah, oh
watched
my
with
God.
Vinny for his
Holy
birthday.
shit!
That's
Peter
the
Jackson's
Peter.
What a
worst movie.
fucking weird movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Peter Jackson did pretty much everything for that movie. He had 3 or 4 roles in it, did the special makeup effects, he was the camera person, he was everything.
Tale of Three Petas.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some gross stuff in there too. There's some hilarious stuff too. Like,
Oh my
I think
God.
probably the most breaking moment for all of you was when the one guy with the chainsaw, he was trying to get into the house and he was basically chainsawing a hole for him in the wall of the house to enter through, and he actually cut it in the shape of him holding the chainsaw.
Oh my God!
It was so brilliant.
What a fucking dude, there's a bunch of like
The green vomit was awesome.
Oh God, that was bad.
It's
and
like
then
you-
and him trying to put his brain back
Yeah.
in
Oh God.
so he could function was fucking like I don't think that works that way, but okay.
And you pointed out that one of the characters, even though there's a jacket over it, he was wearing a Tales from the Crypt t-shirt.
Yep, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did catch that. The I don't know why I specifically zeroed in on that, but I think it's just because I've been watching your show. And I'm like, shit, that's probably Tales from the Crypt.
But yeah, the movie was shot over the course of quite a few years. I think he started it in 1983, and it was finally released in New Zealand in 87. And then I believe it came over to the U.S. in like 88 or 89.
Okay.
So that's an almost decade's journey from starting it to coming over here to the States. And then this
Getting
is,
his
of course,
hands on Lord of the Rings.
Yep. There are, of course, a few movies in between. His second movie being Meet the Feebles, which I did not care for. Then he did Dead Alive, if you live here in the United States. Otherwise, it's called Brain Dead. That was a great one. And then he did Heavenly Creatures, which was where he got his first Oscar nomination for writing. Then he did The Frighteners,
Great fucking movie.
Great movie.
which that was supposed to be a Tales from the Crypt movie originally, but then
Really?
Zemeckis was just like, this script is too good to just be slapped into the Tales from the Crypt. You get your own movie, Peter Jackson. He built the special effects studio for, I think, Heavenly Creatures originally, but they only had one computer back then.
Oh.
And then but The Frighteners is the one where they upped it to like, I think like 20 computers.
Yeah, because doing that wall effect wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Dude, what a different fucking movie for Michael J. Fox, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
completely different from what he was normally used to doing.
Yeah.
The
Rick Baker also did makeup for it as well.
That's awesome.
Some of the designs are in his book, which I actually got recently and flipped through, and there's some awesome stuff in that book.
Nice.
Apparently, Rick Baker was going to do the designs for a live-action Gargoyles movie in the 90s that never got made.
That just fucking upsets me.
Yeah.
That's a goddamn shame.
But yeah, Bad Taste is awesome. It's gross. It's hilarious.
It's
is
interesting.
a true independent film spirit.
Oh, that is very true. It is about as true of an independent spirit as you possibly can be.
And those scenes on the cliff, one bad move, and we would not have the Lord of the Rings movies that we have today.
No, we would not. The
Peter Jackson's, well, somebody's got to hang off this cliff.
Yeah.
Peter, I don't think that's a good idea.
There
We're
is a-
making this fucking movie.
There is a behind-the-scenes photo out there, just like the camera mounts onto like this wooden construct that they made. It was like right on the edge of the cliff, and I'm just like,
dude, that's the same thing I found out with fucking Poltergeist Week, man. With fucking him, Steven Spielberg swam with Joe Beth Williams in the fucking like pool in Poltergeist because she was uncomfortable because of all. It wasn't because of the skeletons. It was because of all this shit ton of electrical equipment. And he literally said, "All right, if something falls in, we're both getting fried." So some grip fucked up at some point.
that
Like we would
should
have
not
no.
be said on any movie set.
The we wouldn't like I listed like you would not have Saving Private Ryan. There was a bunch of movies. Schindler's List, Catch Me If You Can. There was like a bunch of movies up until that point that we all would have been fucked at.
Jesus Christ.
Although like, I just did it in my fact. I was like, can you imagine being that grip to explain to the executive what you did to Steven Spielberg? Like, I'm sorry, you did what to Steven Spielberg? Like, yeah, I electrocuted
Well, that's
him.
when he reveals, I'm going to have a time traveler from the future to prevent Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
Jesus Christ.
It was 2008 where everything started going downhill.
Look,
You can't
Crystal
tell me
Skull.
there's no connection.
Shut up. Crystal Skull was not a bad movie. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad
And
either.
it wasn't worth sacrificing all those other amazing movies.
I don't give a shit. Look, if we had to get Crystal Skull to get Saving Private Ryan, fuck it was worth it.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan, Catch Me If You Can, Schindler's List. I'm good. I'm
Same.
good.
Minority
I'm good.
Report.
What's up?
Minority
Report.
Sure.
The Jurassic Park.
Warhorse.
I'm good. I'm really.
Adventures of Tintin.
Yeah, he's earned enough street cred at that point. That was the same.
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
The Post.
The Post is okay.
We
No, it
saw it.
wasn't.
It was all right.
It was all right.
No.
That's the thing. I think Spielberg sometimes get a little too adult for his own good.
I want fun Spielberg back, not this Bridge of Spies crap that we have today.
Look, we got Ready Player One. There you go. Fuck you. That movie was amazing.
It wasn't as good as the book.
It was better than the book.
Reading about what they did to bring the Overlook Hotel back to life is more interesting than the actual movie.
Which wasn't even in the fucking book. They made that shit up.
Who cares? It was awesome.
Spielberg was friends with Kubrick.
Yeah, that's true. What a fucking weird thing. Anyway.
But yeah, bad taste. I would love for Peter Jackson to do a sequel with the budgets he can get today.
Oh God, that would be fucking ridiculous. I would love to see Peter Jackson kind of go back to horror.
Yeah.
Anything. Like I don't care. Like that would be cool, but like just to see him go back to horror would be a fun treat.
What the hell is he even doing these days?
And he just finished up that 4K remaster of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbits movies. He did that one World War I documentary.
Which I would love to see.
Yeah, I still need to see that one. I
That'd
heard
be cool.
Marcus said it was really good.
Lucky bastard.
Let's see, does he have anything in development? He has a Beatles documentary coming out.
Well, I mean, you can see how fucking obsessed the man was with the Beatles.
Fair.
And
Oh
then,
yeah, that's right. He had the cardboard cutout in his car.
Yeah,
in bad
yeah, he
taste.
did.
Yeah.
He
I
also
forgot about that.
But what else you got?
Let's go with, for my last detailed pick, Little Shop of Horrors. Because it is technically an alien.
Yeah, it is true.
It is technically an alien
Very
movie.
true.
Okay.
Have you actually seen that?
I have. I saw it in a music class at one point. I'm like, this is boring.
Dude, you need
That
to see
seems
it.
like the wrong place to see that
Dude,
movie.
you need to see that. You need to see that movie again. You would fucking laugh. It's hilarious.
Also, when was that?
Dude, a lot of
If
movies
I
that you
think about it that long,
Yeah, dude, a lot of movies
it's
that
time
you
to give it another
I
shot.
think I was somewhere between 6th and 8th grade.
dude, dude, you need to see this shit. There's so many movies that you claim to fucking hate or not like.
And especially now that we have the actual director's cut with the original, with Frank Oz's original ending, which is so dark, by the way.
It's extremely dark.
Like, I knew it was going to be dark going in based on what people said, but seeing it for myself, it was like, wow, this is so much darker than I thought it was.
Feed Missimo.
And with like the tone of everything before it, just makes it feel even darker. Everybody dies.
Yes, they do.
Roland Emmerich would be jealous of the destruction at the end of that original ending.
Yep, I remember.
I feel like I'm just going to be disappointed.
Dude, it is a very, very fun, dude. If you liked Evil Dead the musical, then you'll like this. It's dark.
Plus, the puppetry and effects on Audrey 2 is amazing,
Yeah, it
especially for
is.
1986.
It is. It's been a couple of years for me too.
Yeah.
That I remember, dude. I had a lot of good friends in musical theater. That I had like two group of friends in musical theater. I had one group of friends that liked all the very popular things, so I listened to. Because Wicked was really big back then, and like a bunch of those other things,
Wicked.
and Phantom, and like. But I had the other group of friends that introduced me to Little Shop of Horrors and Avenue Q, and all the other Sweeney Todd. Like they were the. I had the other group that taught me all these things, and I watched Little Shop of Horrors with them, and like I fucking loved it. So I had those two groups to have the dynamic.
Dude, I remember the craze for Wicked, and I'm just like, this looks fucking stupid.
It is a good musical. It really is. It's a good story.
I don't even know what it is.
It's the other side of the Wizard of Oz. It's her side of the story. And how things are.
Whose side?
The witch's side. How things are not as black and fucking white. It's kind of like what they're doing with Cobra Kai.
Or black and green if it's the witch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You fucking punk.
I just remember all the pretentious people I knew, and shit, this was when I was still in fucking like high school and elementary school. I'm surprised I even knew some of these kids back then. Very few and far between, but it was just like, dude, shut the fuck up. This is stupid.
Dude, the craze became a little bit too much. But when you actually break it down and you relate, and you watch it, it's good. It is very good. It's good. It doesn't deserve the
overhype that it got?
Not necessarily, not the pompous attitude that people had towards it. Like, it deserved the hype, but not the pompous attitude. Nothing deserves the pompous attitude that people had for this. That's the thing. Trust me, that's my arguments with fucking theater people that I've had for years about their fucking over attitude on shit. Like, they get too
into shit.
Too into shit. Like, no. Like you can get too into shit to the point of being a pompous prick.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's not that serious. It's a bunch of fucking people singing and dancing on stage.
Oh my god. It's the greatest thing in the
fucking
world.
Enjoy it, love it, but leave it alone after that. Like,
how dare you insult this magnificent work of magistry?
Oh yeah,
it is a masterpiece of the art of acting, and if you do not agree with me, you are a filth.
Yep.
My response is, fuck you!
It's, all my friends and fucking, like, who watch Avenue Q and Sweeney Todd and Book of Mormon were all like, fuck off.
Yeah, see, those friends, they sound entertaining. They sound cool.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, Little Shop of Horrors is fucking amazing.
Yeah. Amazing puppet for the Killer Plant. Actually, Jim Henson's son was one of the puppeteers for it.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's a fun movie. And it's about this nerdy guy that works at a flower shop. Very down on his luck, and his luck starts to turn around thanks to the help of a talking plant that may or may not have sinister ulterior motives.
I think sinister is an understatement. It has phenomenal for that. It's Steve Martin and
You get Bill Murray for a scene,
and Bill Murray for a scene, and then it's also Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Rick Moranis.
And they're both fucking great. And Steve Martin is a fucking dick, and he's hilarious. And he has one of the craziest fucking hairdos you've ever seen in your life. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun.
What's your favorite Steve Martin movie?
Oh God, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Mine is between that and Bowfinger.
Oh my God! Okay, I do love Bowfinger. Yeah, that's dude. The Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I need a fucking car, 4 seats, a steering wheel, and a fucking engine. He gets his ass kicked by some cab driver, and the cab driver drags him across the street by his balls. I love John Candy's like, I've never seen somebody drag across the street by his
testicles before.
That is impressive.
I gotta say, one, that takes a lot of fucking strength, and two, it's Jesus.
I don't want to imagine that pain.
No, that sounds horrible.
Even the Cenobites would just be like, no thanks.
No, the Cenobites will just do it with a fucking chain. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I showed Justin Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for the first time at Thanksgiving, and it was my first time watching it in years as well, and it was such a good time.
Oh, it's so funny, and a great Thanksgiving movie too.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving.
My favorite John Hughes movie, definitely.
Not my favorite John Hughes movie, but it's definitely up there.
Are you one of those pretentious Breakfast Club kids?
I am one of them. Yes, I do love
Get out
Breakfast
of my
Club.
home.
Breakfast Club is a good movie.
Get out of my home.
No, you get the fuck out of here. You're outvoted.
Breakfast Club is a great movie.
It is.
There's a lot of it's that and probably Ferris Bueller is probably up there.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Any final thoughts?
No, I loved everybody's lists. I thought they were really cool. I really want to see that Sputnick one. That sounded really,
really good.
Cool.
It's on Hulu.
Watch it. I will.
Yeah.
All
right. So thank you for listening to this episode of the Nightmares Podcast. Before I wrap up here, I just want to say I hope you all enjoyed our video minicast last week. A little sampling of things to come. We're still working out some of the behind-the-scenes technical issues with going full-time video, but it is coming. Other than that, though, feel free to listen to any of our other previous episodes of the Nightmares Podcast wherever podcasts are available. And also be sure to look us up on all of our social media at Midwest Horror Network on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and
Slasher. And of course, if you are checking us out on YouTube, you can stab that like button, smash that subscribe, and click that little dingy bell to be notified every time we drop amazing content right here on MHN. And also, if you've already smashed the subscribe button, go ahead and smash the share button. That'd be really awesome, so we can get the word out about MHN and all the amazing things that we have going on. These gentlemen are working very, very hard to get all amazing content out. I also do my own thing as well, and we want to get the word out to as many people as possible. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time on the Nightmares Podcast.